Hey, Melissa.
Hello, Bonnie. What kind of accent was that?
I don't know, but I like it. I like it. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Bonnie.
Hello, Bonnie. Good day, Pip Pip. Um, I hear you have questions.
I do have questions. What are we doing?
What are we
What's
doing?
happening here?
What is happening here?
Let's talk podcast. What's going
Let's
on?
let's talk podcast, y'all. Once upon a time, we had a podcast, and it was called Melissa Has Questions.
Mhm.
We don't have that podcast anymore.
Nope.
This is the last episode. Yep. Done. In all good ways. This, I think, was like proof of concept. We needed to know that we could do this. Don't you think?
Yeah, and you know what I just thought about? If we're gonna wrangle it back to Astro, could
Always.
that have been some sort of Aries full moon release?
Okay, I just got chills. Do you have the date that I reached out to you and said we should do this?
Let me look.
It's on my laptop, which is in the other room. But I remember going, hey, do you want, we should talk about doing something like this. And I said, feel free to say no. And you said, no, let's do it.
Keep talking, keep
I
talking.
am. And then we met to see, should we do this thing? I don't think it was Aries season though. I think it was like at the start of May. But it could have
Right.
been the end of April. It could have been right at the ass end of Aries season. Wow, I wonder if this full moon in Aries might have been the now we're done with this little chapter, this little moon cycle chapter.
Mhm.
Because there are a lot of different ways to look at moon cycles. There's like a 26-month
Right.
one, there's a 6-month one, which is the one we're looking at. I mean,
Right.
there are several.
I'll have to look at that.
Okay. But so we in springtime, in April, May, we started like let's just get on and have a question and do a thing. And then over time, we've had conversations
Mhm.
about better title though. And
Right.
specifically, I was like, no, love title. It's good title. And you're like, it's bad title. Bad. Bad. And fans are like, bad title. It's bad. It's nobody knows what this is.
Nobody knows what this is. And I, of course, was like, I don't want my name in it.
And also that. And I don't know that our new brand is going to necessarily be easier to identify what it is, but it really does sum up what we do in a beautiful way. And no, I'm not going to tell it during this episode. So anybody who's listening to try and suss that out, come back next week.
Yeah.
Because
Don't tell it.
next week will be it. But I love that this iteration allowed us to learn how we work together, what kind of combos we like to have,
Mhm.
where we like to go, what our audience likes, that we have an audience. That's been cute. That's been
I
fun.
know. People seem to like it. People seem to like it. And I think that it has the ability, the potential to just
Agree.
keep on, keep on.
Yep. Agree. And in our new brand, we're able to bring on guests. We're able to really go deep on some topics,
Mhm.
still astrologically, but also therapeutically and in ways of activism and just being in the
Right.
world.
Right. It's gonna be cool. Oh, and are we
Yes.
still using YouTube as the platform?
Yes. For sure, YouTube doesn't go away, but slash and we can now look to going to some of the other platforms for people who are not YouTube people.
Oh, okay.
we'll have to talk to Keith about that part, setting up because I had a podcast once upon a time, 2009, 10, 9, called The Work. And the log line was, it's all about the work. And it was on iTunes before it became Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, which eventually that happened. But it was iTunes. And then when Spotify came around, it went to Spotify. What else is there? Where do podcasts go? Podbean. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of. How do people listen to podcasts? I'm not a podcast person.
I mean, usually the ones I listen to are on Spotify.
Okay. So the reason I can't do Spotify, fun fact, I have a
So,
really basic, easy, generic, what you would imagine,
yeah.
simple Gmail address. And it's because I was like one of the first Gmail addresses. I was just like, boop, got my Gmail address like right away because I had boyfriends in tech, and that meant I could get early access to all the things. So back when you had to get an invitation to get a Gmail account, whatever.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yo, this was before we lived here. So this is while we were in the Hollywood Hills, which would make this probably sometime around 2002 or 3, I'm guessing. So long time ago. And whenever Gmail was born, I think I was like a month in. And so what that means though is that I have an email address that gets given out by people who are not me and who do not have access to my email account as the throwaway email address that they give people when they don't want to give them their real address. Where this has been hilarious is when actual Bonnie G, but G stands for something different in their lives, use my email address and get estimates for work on their house, or thank you for agreeing to run carpool for the kids this week, and would you proofread this church bulletin? And I mean, like, just I had a fantasy of this other Bonnie who keeps giving out my address, and that I start like replying and fucking with her life as a thank you for all of these unwanted emails that I get that have nothing to do with my life. But then I started getting some really cool, like, you are registered for a 12-night stay at the whatever. I'm like, oh,
I was going to ask, did you ever receive any gifts?
there are some very fancy receipts. I get receipts for gifts. I don't get the gifts, but I get receipts for gifts for things that there's a fancy Bonnie G that gives out my Gmail address. And then there's a suburban Bonnie G that gives out my Gmail address. All this to say, every now and then I will sign up to a new technology, a new platform later than I usually do. I'm usually first to the party. I'm like, get me there early. I want to be the first to sign up. I'm going to be the first to have a Twitter account. I'm going to be the first, whatever it is. And Spotify was one of those that I was like, Instagram's another one. I was like, I have Flickr. Why do I need Instagram? Like, those types of things. But so I go to Spotify and I say, I would like to create an account. This is years ago. And it says, you already have an account with this email address. And I'm like, of course I do. Of course I do. And so I go, change password. And then it sends me an email with the password, and I get in and I go, blah, 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 blah. And it says, okay, great. Yes, you've reset your password. I change it so that I've locked out whoever that other person is. And then I'm like, oh, let me look at my Spotify. And I'm like, I don't know these bands. This is not me. This has a bunch of data that has nothing. Same happened at Voxer. Same thing happened at Discord. I'm like living somebody else's back end because they didn't brightly.
This is not my thing. These are not my people.
You're not my people. Like Voxer was great because I got to hear all sorts of like DMs, messages from people voxing one another, and same with Instagram. Like anyway, Discord was okay. Point is, Gillespie, the Spotify account was actually created in a different country, which means when I go to listen to things, it says, you can't listen to that. That's only for people in the United States. And I go, check me. I'm in Santa Monica. And it says, your account is in Bulgaria. And I go, of course it is. So I can't
irritating.
Even, right. So I can't even do Spotify when people are like, oh, just check it out on Spotify. I'm like, can't.
Sir, you can do nothing on Spotify.
that doesn't mean I can do nothing. It just means I'm severely
Means you can't do those things.
I cannot set us up for damn sure because it'll say,
Okay.
well, who knows now, media ownership being what it is, who knows now. But anyway, that was a very long story to say we will be on other platforms too, but we will not be Melissa Has Questions.
No, we will not. And to circle back, I saw that the first email you sent, that the official email was on 5/17. However, I don't see this here in Discord anymore, but at some point you cleverly popped up something in, I don't know if it was under Live Your Chart. I don't know what it was under. It was
It is.
Melissa Has Questions. Is it still there?
It is a thread in the private Live Your Chart Discord. It is a nested thread under, I think, Live Your Chart topics. So you have to tell it to expand threads to see it in Discord. But you're right. That is the first place it existed. It first existed. I called it out during a live stream and said there needs to be a thing called Melissa Has Questions, like a feature of my live streams.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made it at Discord.
Right.
So that it could be a regular thing. And you posted amazing, because always at Discord, you post the best questions. Like your questions are so thoughtful. They are so, I want to know about an astrology thing, but from the point of view of not just me. And most people come to astrology with, please tell me about me. Please look at my chart.
Sure.
And you're like, why are we like this? Or why does this feel this way?
Why does it? I don't know.
So we'll
Why do we? A lot of questions, a lot of questions. I do want to look at that. I don't remember how long that had been going on.
couple months. Yeah.
So yeah.
So let's look. May 17th, what time was the email time stamped?
Oh, jeez. Well, damn all.
Hi, Mala Beads. Hello, puppy dog. My dog and my husband just got back.
Beats. Okay, you sent that at details. Does it say details?
Probably 3 o'clock in the morning.
1:01 a.m. How did you like the middle of the night?
Yeah, when you're like, I'm sorry, I'm texting you at the crack of dawn. It was like 11. Okay, wait. So 10 what?
1:01 a.m.
Okay, but so oops, wait. I did not mean to go there. Go here.
5:17.
1:01 a.m. But oh god, now I've gone back in time. No, where I want to go is May 17th, you said?
Yep.
Okay. But 1:01 a.m. Santa Monica is not what it was. It was 1 a.m. your time.
Oh.
So what that actually was 2 hours earlier my time. So I actually sent it to you before midnight. But anyway, so this is the chart of the when I sent it. Look at that Capricorn getting shit done.
Yeah.
What did we talk about? Just
Oh my gosh.
What did we just talk about last meeting?
That's the cardinal.
That's the cardinal.
That's the earth.
Earth, cardinal, Capricorn, rising. Cardinal on the angles. Where's the earth? Right there in our birth chart for this podcast. So while Neptune was in Aries, that was a big deal.
Just about on my MC.
Oh, let's look.
And then the moon was 2 degrees or less away from an opposition with my ascendant.
2 degrees off your ascendant. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Mars on your Lilith. Look at that. Mars on your Lilith. Come on.
Talked about that recently too. And Mercury.
I sure did.
Having just passed over my moon.
That's right.
And
all right. Let's throw
what about you?
Throw me in there. Let's throw me in there. What's spawn? Wishbon, we got Venus on my Chiron. That's sweet.
Mm-mm.
Not much
Giving
on
away
me.
love.
Not much on me. See, this is why I say you were like, it had to be you. This wasn't just Bonnie's going to go do a podcast.
Okay.
No, thank you.
It had to be you.
Mm.
Had to be you.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Uh-huh.
it's worked.
It has worked. It has worked. And that's kind of the that's kind of the point of this episode is one, we didn't want to like freak y'all out with what is this new thing? There's new thing coming next week.
Mhm.
Next week.
Mhm. No ghosting.
We will not ghost you, but we will not update this playlist at YouTube after this episode.
That's right.
That's right.
Will these things still be there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, we get precious about electing the best chart for something we know we want to create in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a perfect example of don't even look at the astrology of it. Be inspired, do it, and then later look back and go, that is what that did.
That's right.
That is what that created for us. That is what that bridged.
I love retrospective astrology.
Some of the best. Some of the best because we're able to go, oh, okay, now I understand what that planet in that aspect to that other planet or point in my natal chart is going to express. Like, how is that going to express? What's that going to feel like?
Right.
How's that going to show up? What opportunity is it going to provide? Because that's transiting astrology is all here's an opportunity to activate something.
Mm-hmm. And with Capricorn being in its place, ascendant,
And
I
moon,
mean, both of us.
two of the life car components
That's right.
are Capricorn. That's some get shit done Saturn rule.
And we have committed to it indefinitely, put it on the schedule. And that's not my go-to.
we never question showing up.
I know.
We just
Even today, I'm like, I don't know. And then when we talked, and I'm like, yes, let's do it. Let's
like
do it.
we just we did it and we said how's this on the calendar and then how's this on the calendar forever and legit forever. I want to point out in addition to Daddy Saturn ruling this not quite so happy moon, but that's okay, you and I have happy moons of our own.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Bring to this. So driver of the life car, backseat driver getting the needs met, both in Capricorn, ruled by Daddy Saturn. Navigator of this life car, of this event, Taurus, which is where we both have Daddy Saturn.
That's right.
There's the bridge. It is a Saturn ruled car with a navigator, the sun, in the same sign, Taurus, of our natal.
That's right.
Saturns.
And it's still been fun and whimsical, but with some boundaries.
Yeah. It's been really fun.
I know.
It's continued to be. And I know you joked about how, what was it you said? Like, I think Bonnie's going to break up with me. And I'm like, I know it's ridiculous to say, no way, never, because relationships, you never know. But I'm like, this has always been fun. Like, there is not a day that I'm like, oh crap, I got Melissa. It's like, hey, it's Melissa Day. It's Melissa Day. It's Melissa Day.
It's true.
Yeah.
And just keep coming up with the ideas, and are holding one another accountable for all the ideas we've come up with. All right, I just ordered some folders. And You ordered something, you got something too.
I have a bunch of these in different colors to manage
Yeah.
projects.
And I'm going to put the things in the folders, somehow organize the things on the electronics.
Because we never stop with our, oh, let's build this. Let's do, oh, how about this? How about this? The meeting we had earlier today about a thing we're doing.
That's right.
Save the date.
Yes.
October 24th.
Oh,
Save the date.
so will we share that later?
We can say what it is right now. We just don't have a registration link for it yet. That'll come this week or next week, something.
Okay.
But it's please, you. What is it called?
The official name is the Astrology of Activism?
Oh, y'all tell us in the comments. Is that the official name? The Astrology of Activism?
Astrology of Activism? Is that at all catchy or is that like weren't?
That's what Jackie named it in the Zoom place when they built it. And
Oh, okay.
They go to lots of activism Zooms, so they didn't
I
hate
mean,
it.
I think that's what I called it too, initially. So anyway, I sold that with not a lot of enthusiasm. We are doing a webinar. I don't know. Is that a name?
I don't know what we're calling it, but y'all should come.
We're gonna call it something. It's a webinar that I feel so passionate about, as does Bonnie, as does Jackie.
As does Jackie. Jacqueline
That's right.
Steiger. Jacqueline Steiger will be our third.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We are
And
a
it is
trio.
called the Astrology of Activism. And in these times, we need some structure about what to do, how to plug in, how we can show up, breaking down some ways in which it will make maybe some sense and give us a bit of direction.
And how to do it without overwhelm or
Mhm.
feeling like nothing I do matters anyway. And how also to hold space for the world is a lot right now, and you can't possibly do all the things that need doing. No one can, and that's why we all need each other here,
Mhm.
because we can each do a little something.
That's right.
And what is that? And it's going to look different, and we're going to talk about the differences, and not with any sort of one is superior to another, one is inferior to
Right.
another. None of that. Just here are options and
Here are
why they line up with your chart. And won't it feel so much easier when you choose from an astrological menu?
right. I mean, start somewhere. Start somewhere. And what better place to start than that? Or no better place to start than that.
Such a good map. The chart, the natal chart is it's a map.
Mhm.
It's a calendar.
Compass.
It is a compass. Also that.
So next week, new
New identity.
shindiggy.
Maybe we'll even at some point have music and like artwork. Not that my Canva thumbnails haven't been outrageously fabulous, but we'll.
You know, you can shift, you can zhuzh, you can do the things.
That's right. Any requests? This is like last call for what would be meaningful to y'all out in the world consuming.
Feedback.
Yes, please. Okay. All right.
Okay.
We're excited. Thank you for joining us for Melissa Has Questions. This has been a really fun adventure and experiment that has taught us a lot.
Thanks for encouraging me just to trust the process instead of trying to figure it all out on the front end.
It's great. Some of my favorite things I've ever done in life have been, I don't know how this is going to go. Let's experiment. And treating things like an experiment gives us a lot of space, especially you and I, Virgo South Node, gives us a lot of space to lean into the mutability of that and not the perfectionism of that.
Right.
That's right. I'm like, and there's our masterclass on the nodes, and there's
oh my gosh, all the things. I got it. I got the list here, and yeah.
in an Airtable, and then all the folders nested into all the folders nested into all the folders. I know. Thanks, everybody. I love you, Melissa. Thank you.
Love you too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.